I can unclick that, and then I am officially live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our McNugget Gang Descent into Avernus. We are here with everybody again. Thank you, Stats. And I am going to hand this off to Lucentile for our quick little recap before we continue our adventure through the sewer.
All right, so as you remember, the party has arrived at the Dungeon of the Dead 3, looking for answers as to what happened to Elturel. Deep in the dungeon, they've defeated two of the three cult leaders of the Dead 3, Kazira of Bane, and where is Flennis's discarded token? And Flennis of Merkel. During the fight, Flennis proved to be a capable opponent and forced them to take a short rest. They then continued clearing through the dungeon to where we are now after another fight against some Fists of Bane. And now here they are. You can't see the map, but here they are waiting to decide which way forward as they look to find Vaz, the man with no face, and the mysterious other intruder.
The other intruder, who apparently keeps being referred to as the big guy.
I mean, their comparison is you, so.
I mean, I'm the biggest person here, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if I seem to recall correctly, I want to say that the direction they indicated that Vaz is north, so why don't we check the south room?
We're cleaning up my mom's attic, and I had a bunch of crap.
I'm going to roll a die because I need to test to make sure my stuff is working because I didn't do that.
It's like the first thing
Good.
Great. Did you want... So...
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll boot the door.
I mean, I could see if it's unlocked and open it with my voice, but sure, go ahead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We like surprises.
Look, if I can't fix a problem with a hammer, I don't think we can fix a problem.
So...
Fair enough. That's very dwarf of you.
After opening this door, you see 4 flickering torches and wall sconces illuminate this crypt, the middle of which is occupied by an open stone sarcophagus. The sarcophagus bears no carvings or other ornamentation, but it is full of humanoid skulls and bones. 6 dusty bedrolls lie on the floor around it.
That's metal. Gonna go poke around the skulls.
Of course you are.
Or I would ask McNeese Masher to go root around in the skulls.
I just realized I'm actually kind of hurt here. Holy God.
Yeah, I feel fine.
Do we have time for a rest?
I'm pretty sure I don't, like... I'm pretty sure I used all my hit dice at this point. Like... I can't even find where to check that. Where the hell do I check that? There we are.
I'm pretty sure you have.
I have 4 slots for minor healing, but...
Oh no, I still have 1 left. Problem is can we really take a short rest considering we know everything that's going on?
And we're in the middle of sewers.
Yeah. Well, all right.
We rested in the sewers.
So the amount of skulls, do they equal to the amount of bedrolls that are down here?
No, significantly more skulls than bedrolls.
All right.
I searched the bedrolls.
All right, and searching through the bedrolls, you find a few of them have left behind their symbols, holy symbols of Merkel. So if you want to take one, you can. I don't know why you would, but you can.
In case we need to pretend that we are one of them. Wait, sorry, I'm dumb.
But there's nothing else of value that you find searching through the bedrolls.
Did you want a skull for your collection, Ronald?
Is it really the same if you didn't skull it yourself?
He didn't skull the other ones himself.
Yeah, no. I don't even remember where I got that first skull that I then left behind on the thing.
The British way, you found it.
We just found these artifacts. They just walked into our museum.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, no, I got my cod piece. I'm good.
Oh, all right then. That's actually a little disturbing.
Which
I'll
part? The fact that I
investigate
didn't
the-
take one, or the fact I have a cod piece?
I had forgotten about that, to be totally honest.
You should take 2 skulls so that way you have decorative balls to go with your codpiece.
I take 2 skulls because that's great.
Excellent.
+2 intimidation.
I think he's trying to compensate for something.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Pretty sure I
Got
can
him.
smash you with a hammer.
Lyra, you were going to do something. That wasn't a
Yeah.
silly thing.
Investigate the sarcophagus.
That's actually a good thing to do. Because a lot of these skulls are very fresh and new, as opposed to, what you would have expected to find in a sarcophagus. This appears to be where whatever these people of Merkel were doing, it seems to have had some religious significance to them. If you'd like to make a religion check, go right ahead.
I do so.
Hey, Ariel, you wanna come over here?
What's
I'm no
up?
help.
You're the best. A priest that
What do you
doesn't
think of
have
this, Ariel?
religion. I am saddened.
I don't know. I have to wait for my knowledge to kick in.
Sorry about that. Through the power of teamwork, you are able to discern that what you know of Merkel is that the followers of Merkel believe that they can eventually pull secrets out of skulls. And so this looks like it was a collection for a bunch of low-ranking members of their church trying to learn how to do that. And judging by the fact the skulls are still here, they did not succeed yet.
Does that mean there's still secrets in these skulls?
You want to do some necromancy?
No, I just wanted to make sure Ronald's aware that he has 2 secrets in his cockpiece.
I mean, that's what the crazy people who murder people as part of their religion believe.
Oh, okay. So as long as you believe.
I'm a believer.
Give me your secrets.
But
All right then.
you think you've found everything you can in here. You've learned more about how creepy Merkel is.
I was
Sure is creepy.
I was gonna ask if I hear anything on the other side of this door, but I definitely don't.
On the other side of that door, this is the door right.
Correct.
You, despite your low perception score, you do indeed hear. Let me make sure I'm reading the right room. Some running water, maybe? Question mark.
Sounds safe enough, maybe?
By which you mean running sewage.
Yum. I'm just going to open that door while the warlock just shakes his head in disappointment.
Do it.
Do it. Here.
And what is your passive perception?
13.
Good enough. Here's what you.
That's what you always want to hear. An orb of annihilation.
Oh, no. Oh, hello.
Here's what you see. 4 flickering torches in wall sconces like this partially collapsed crypt. An open sarcophagus in the middle of the area is filled to the rim with blood, with spillage streaking the sides of the sarcophagus and pooling around the base. The lid lies buried under the rubble behind it, and there is a woman currently drowning in the blood that you notice, Ronald.
Like drowning? Like
drowning in the blood. You have
uh-huh.
her constitution mod to try and get her out of there.
Yep, I run in and try to dig her out with my short, stubby legs and arms.
I'm pretty sure your carrying capacity has room for 1 frail old lady, correct?
I would hope so.
All right.
My strength is 15, so...
How do I add old lady to inventory?
Wow, her to
Bloody
the
old
rat.
lady.
Get the sack.
What? No, we're not. We're not spreading the sack.
Wait, what's sack now?
For the old lady.
So you pull out the old lady, and what you see here is that she is a frail woman, and as when you pull her out, she's mixed between terror and relief.
Understandable.
Who are you all? You're not cultists, are you? Maybe you are, she says, looking at Ronald.
Look
What are
down
you
at my
doing in all that blood?
look down at my cod piece. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
So
Who are
come here
you?
often?
I'm Nebra, a florist.
Did we meet a florist at some point?
What were you doing in all that blood?
They
Doesn't look
left me.
sanitary.
They left me there, and I couldn't pull myself out because of my frail old lady arms.
This sounds suspect, everyone.
Harkina is also of that opinion, Atros, and you notice she's taken a position by the door.
Does anyone want to start asking the right questions? I mean, I just believe her.
I did ask the right question. All right, bye.
I try to get a sense of if she's telling us the truth. Get her deeply.
So the fact that she's covered in blood makes it very hard to get a read on anything about her, except for the fact that she is indeed covered in blood and seems not okay with it, but you've been covered in blood before, I'm sure, and I've had a much different life experience for this.
I say, can I help you out with all that blood there? And I clasp prestidigitation to clean it.
She says, "Oh, you shouldn't waste your magic on me. I'll be fine."
That's a good point.
Really okay, because it has no problem doing this. Doodle-doodle-doo.
Oh, it's just you have forever magic?
So, what can you tell us about what's going on around here? Keep hearing about a big guy.
Well, all of them seem pretty big to me.
That's
Is that a short joke? Because I don't take kindly to those.
I'm fine with those.
All I mean is that I'm sure that there's a big guy somewhere in here.
So you have no idea what's going on right now.
No, they tried to drown me in
All
some
right, continue on with my life. I literally just say that to her and start walking away.
I have a question. So while they were pouring blood onto you, how did they? There was so much blood. How did they transport it to on top of you and you just let it happen?
I'm a frail old lady. Do you want me to just fight cultists? Maybe
Yeah.
scratch their eyes out?
I mean,
I just mean, like,
start.
did they pouring buckets of blood, or did they like have a hose come in, or like
They-
a lot of blood?
They showed up with a truck and just start spraying everything down with blood.
Who has
Like,
a
take the people and just just drain them over top of you.
Who has a passive insight above 12?
I do.
All right, the two of you
12.
see a sudden shift in her demeanor as she says, "Oh, I can tell you how they got the blood in there. They would hold the person above it, and they would just split them open, top to bottom, and let the juices flow over me. But they would do it again and again. And then some of them would take the skulls and whisper to them and whisper." Harkina is clearly drawing her bow now.
Yeah, no, I've walked away. I've
Got my,
moved on with my life. I don't know what's going on behind me anymore.
Dozens of them. So some of them small like you, my little magic friend. Some of them big and strong like your big guy. But all of them sacrificed to the greatness of Baal. Anyway, I'm just an old lady.
So, question. Did they
I like how everyone moved slightly away from her on the map.
So, did they kidnap you and put you in there, or did you hop in there yourself?
Oh, well, it was between that or being one of the sacrifices.
So, what does being in the blood bin get you?
Well,
Not dead, I guess.
exactly, not dead.
I say this to the party away from her. I don't necessarily trust her, but I don't want to kill her.
I start to search her body.
She steps away from you when you try that.
You should have said stealthily checked her body.
I say, lady, hold still. We're just trying to make sure that you're okay.
What is
Stop.
your passive perception there, Lyra?
13.
13. Easy enough to see that she has got two daggers hidden on her belt.
Just a frail old lady.
With 2 daggers.
Frail
Are you a
daggers.
follower of Ball yourself?
Well, that's what I told them when they dragged me in here so they wouldn't kill me first. But think about it. Look at what he's managed to do. Wouldn't you follow someone who's managed to turn this small group of uncivilized, unorganized, useless pieces of shit into a working organization that is soon going to overwhelm Baldur's Gate and reclaim our rightful place? I mean, their wrongful place.
I roll for initiative against old lady.
No, I have a question.
Okay.
So I have since walked to where I am now, basically going, nah, this doesn't matter in my life anymore. Can I hear that part of the conversation?
Probably, because they're talking at a normal voice and you're only like 10 feet away.
And you can probably see Harkina drawing her bow
Okay.
in the doorway right from where he is.
I'm assuming I start seeing everybody suddenly start doing that usual shifting of murder.
Correct.
So I'm going to be the semi-sane person here. Guys, why does it sound like she's been just, oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? Help!
Brainwashed?
There we are. Magically compelled to start believing in what she believes in.
What are the name? I can't remember the names of the 2 bosses that we already killed.
Flennis and Kazira of Bane.
Man, that's interesting to hear because Flennis and Kazira are definitely dead, so they won't be helping out with that plan.
Ball doesn't sound so powerful now that we think about that. I say out loud.
We've killed all their cultists down here.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't really seem to imbue them with much power.
The old lady seems to be thinking about this, and then she says, "Yeah, except for the fact that Flennis and Kazira worshipped Merkel and Bane, weaker gods who require Ball's iron fist of tyranny to keep them in line. Without Vaz the Great, they would just crumple and fall into infighting and bickering." She is clearly unaware that she has completely lost her cover at this point.
Lost her cover or lost her mind?
Either or.
Cool. I throw a hammer at her.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
I did. Right. It's on the turn order.
Oh, already? Great.
Yeah.
Should he get a bonus to that now?
He will have surprise when we get there.
Well, yeah, because as soon as Ariel said, I'm rolling initiative, I was like, yep, me too. And I did as well.
I didn't actually at the time. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, I was just thinking about it. I was like, would it just be uncouth if I just hit her with a witch bolt point blank right here?
How dirty would that be? Not too bad, right? She's facing us. It's not like...
Why did they hide this in the darkness and in the GM lair?
really didn't want you to find it?
I'm concerned.
go?
What did they hide?
I also don't understand why they did that with the token, right? It's the same exact token. It just now says Reaper of Ball on there.
Oh,
Different stats?
hey, now we know who she is.
And now we will numerically descending. Has everyone rolled their initiative?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Zamar, you're first.
Living in the sewer seems pretty fun. Apparently, that's where the shit goes down.
Indeed, it does.
DC 13.
Sounds good. Let me make sure she's got everything she should. Okay. And she saves. So the old lady is not insulted.
And I move back a little bit.
Seems fine to me. Atros?
What kind of damage type did she just save against? Or what kind of save did she just make?
That was a wisdom save.
A 15?
That will indeed hit.
Sweet. I'm going to do 4 points of force damage and knock her back 10 feet.
Oh, well, good for you.
Into that wall, jerk. As I cackle maniacally.
You just pushed an old lady.
Yeah, I did. And I'm
Oh,
going to
Now that
probably...
you've
Oh, go ahead.
now that you have hit her, she is definitively no longer an old lady. She is a young woman who is not nearly as crazy looking as the ones who were trying to pretend to be masseuses, but the fact that she is still sane makes her significantly more dangerous.
Yeah, and so I'm just going to stay in this corner right out of Harkina and Zamar's line of shot. And
Fair enough.
because I don't think I can move through them. I probably could, but whatever. This is fine.
Our friend,
You could get there, I think.
That's fine.
yeah,
I'll
that would
take
be
it.
25. Are you good with where you are?
I'm good.
Reaper of Ball is going to move to put the sarcophagus between everyone. Not that it really does anything given the angles, but whatever. And it is going to use its full bit of attack on Lyra.
Ooh, brace.
And what is Lyra's AC?
Does not hit.
Excellent. The next thing that you will note is that after her second attack, she disappears. We will put a placeholder of that where you last saw her. Lyra, you do hear her move back out of that square if you would like to try and take an attack of opportunity on the invisible target. If you had a melee
Absolutely.
weapon at ready.
I have my rapier.
Okay.
But is it at ready?
Oh yeah, that's the real question. Were you walking around with that out or your bow?
Can't hear you.
So probably as she approached me, I would have taken out my rapier.
Oh, but we were in combat then. Alas.
Can I do an unarmed?
You can, yes.
Okay.
Kick the old
Strike
lady.
out.
Well,
It's at disadvantage, right?
True. Yes, it'll be a disadvantage because you can't see.
Sorry, it was already doing disadvantage. Double roll for some reason.
That's okay.
Either way, none of those are gonna hit.
Neither of those do hit. So everyone knows that she's moved from this square, but you will have to use an action to locate and pinpoint her.
Can I point out something as I walk forward?
Sure.
I'm assuming there's bloody footprints on the floor where she's walking.
If only the entire floor wasn't soaked in blood.
That would make it easier. That means I can actually see where she moved to. Well, someone could have.
She should be making ripples in where she's
Yeah.
moving.
Oh, this is a very good point. And so if you attempt to locate her, we will give you advantage on that perception check.
That's going to be an entire action, right?
It would indeed be.
Wonderful.
Making big brain moves.
If you wanted to pincer like where she, oh, we don't know where she is. Never mind.
Right. We only have an idea as to where she is. All right. Here is a perception check with advantage. Yeah, it's fine.
All right. She did not move particularly far. She is back in her corner.
Hey, yeah, that's all I can do. I've moved and I've done that.
I assume that you use your ability to talk to people to let people
course.
know where she is. Excellent.
Look at the ripples. Shoot in that direction.
Anyone play Amnesia?
It's in my giant list of Steam games I should play that I never get around to.
Oh, there's an enemy in the game that it's a water monster and it just ripples at you.
You got to
Very
avoid the ripples. Only mildly terrifying.
Or throw body parts at it.
That's worse, I think.
Distract it.
Harkina takes her pot shot, and that is her turn, leaving us with Lyra.
So can I discern where she is now?
Correct, until she moves again.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot her.
Does being hit not take her out of invisibility?
Let me read what it says. Takes her out of invisibility.
Or force a concentration check?
It does not.
That's stupid.
It is.
So when we attack her, is it at disadvantage because she's invisible, yeah?
Not since someone pinpointed where they are. At least I don't think so. It makes life easier right now. Oh, okay. So technically, here's how invisible should work. You can't even attack it until you locate it, and then once you locate it, you have disadvantage. So let's throw disadvantage on. You failed. Okay, good to know.
Me?
Oh, I thought someone said I failed, and I was like, oh, okay then.
Nope. But Lyra needs to make a second roll.
Okay. Same exact.
Even better. No sneak attack, I would believe, at this point, so just 7.
Yes.
Now we can find her because she has an arrow in her.
I mean,
Yeah.
2 arrows.
All right, and now it is Ariel's turn, unless Lyra has a bonus action worth using.
Can I hide?
You could, yes.
Isn't that only
Then I
partial blind?
hide.
Well, with the cunning action, right, to hide.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Should I do stealth?
Yes, please. Okay, a stealth of 9, good to know.
Ouch.
And it is now Ariel's turn with a mighty 5 initiative at the bottom here.
Bringing up the bottom of the rung. I place myself in between. And then I think I'm going to smack her in the face with my warhammer.
Great plan. Straightforward, I love it.
Disadvantage till I roll twice. So I think that
Even
one's
with
bad
the arrow
enough.
stuck in her?
Yep, even with the arrow stuck in her.
Aim for the arrow, goddammit!
Welcome to D&D.
Indeed. Unfortunately, 9, not good enough.
Then I pass.
Excellent. Zamar?
Why do they bother calling it raw sewage? Does anyone bother to cook it?
Do you really want to know that answer?
No.
It
So-
goes as written.
Here's a question on vicious mockery. Is it line of effect or line of sight?
At a creature you can see within range.
Well, I hate to be a stickler, but
All right then, pew pew.
with your crossbow, oh, how sad. Oh wait, that was the damage roll. There's the disadvantage. Okay, yeah, nope, that'll hit. For a whole bunch.
Ooh, burn.
Very mighty pew pew.
See, so much better than insulting her.
Unfortunately, you are very correct in that. But I like insulting.
All right. Anything else you need to do?
We good.
Atros, you're up.
Okay. So bear with me here. So it does not say creature you can see. It says choose one creature within range. Or two
For
creatures
which
that
spell?
are acid splash. Because what I do is I hurl a bubble of acid, and they have to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid getting splashed with it.
I'm kind of next to her. Do I have to do the same?
No.
Says one creature.
It says
It says
so
choose
here-
one or choose two.
Oh, good. As long as you can choose.
That is the text from
Oh,
beyond.
okay. So I guess they didn't include that on the site I'm looking at. Never mind. Cool. Yeah. There is nothing I can do because all of my spells are creatures that you can see.
Go punch her.
The Eldritch Blast has to make a ranged attack. So couldn't you just shoot it at where you think it is? Like I just did with my crossbow?
That is a creature within range, not a creature you can
Okay.
see.
Okay, I guess I read that one wrong. Cool. We'll just do that again. We'll just do disadvantage.
Oh, reliable.
Well,
Will a
there.
17 hit her?
It will indeed.
So it hits her for 5 force damage and again knocks her back 10 feet. So again into that wall. I know it doesn't do anything damage wise, but it just makes me feel better.
There we go. She is now dead.
Haha! Suck it.
Nice.
I go and kick blood at her.
I searched the body properly.
Why does the body
running
keep
away?
moving?
Because,
do my big reading.
because the big red X is too far on the right. All right. Searching the body, you find a signet ring that who here was searching the body, Lyra?
Yes.
Go ahead and make a history check. And you recognize the ring itself is probably worth about 35 gold, and you're trying to figure out what the signet on the ring is. Good enough. Good enough. You recognize it as the Vanthamper signet. So you have no idea how this lady got one of the rings from the Vanthamper family, but she has it, and now you have it.
Refresh
She
my
stole
memory.
it, and then you stole it.
Who is that family again?
the Venthyper family, the Duke who runs the sewers.
Ah, the Duke of the Sewers.
What a
Uh,
title.
What a prestigious line.
She is also one of the Council of Four.
Haha. That's
She's
what,
the one
3
that can
now?
actually fight.
Sorry, I only heard a little bit of what Zamar said.
She's the only one that actually could fight.
Correct. She was the one who cut down a couple of cultists, and she was also the one who was yelling that we need a new Grand Duke. We can't keep waiting.
Can I do like a religion or arcana check on this weird sarcophagus?
I
You
guess we
can.
religion. Oh, this one? We didn't do this one.
Yeah, no, go right ahead. Yep, so the best you can tell is that what the crazy lady was telling you is exactly right. That it was being used as a sacrifice, and she was just bathing in the blood because that's just what she does.
Real nice old lady.
It's good for
It's
the port.
hydrating.
Perhaps
I volunteer we just leave her daggers with her.
her super gross daggers that I assume no one was going to take.
Is there anything special about them? Can I do a search to see that or a test to see that or what? If there's anything cool properties or if they're just
They are just murder
Bloody.
daggers, regular
Yeah.
old daggers used for regular old murder.
boo. All right, never mind.
Boring old regular murder, you know, stabby, stabby, bleedy, die.
I kick blood at her again and then leave the room.
Debating if I should take myself a little token of remembrance from this.
I don't want to watch.
I gotta add to my codpiece. Basically, at the rate I'm going, I'm assuming we've all seen 300 except for maybe Matt, right? And maybe
I
half.
have not seen.
All right.
Parts of it.
The dude who's basically riding around with a, what was it? Basically a cod piece of skulls of the kings that they have conquered so far. Yeah.
Respectful.
Anyway, are we shoving this door open finally?
Yeah, do it.
All right.
The secret door.
Secret door.
That we made not a secret door.
Don't tell nobody.
Nice. Push the door open. Or
Darkness.
slide it open. Oh my god, so many sewers and doors and more columns that could collapse on us and kill us.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
Oh.
I'm having fun.
Well, I'm glad someone is. This 10-foot wide flooded passage is braced at regular intervals by wooden beams.
Wait, it's a full 10 feet wide?
It's a full 10 feet wide, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Wait, how
No,
deep's the
we're
water?
single file.
Well, it's the same deepness as all the other water, so difficult terrain.
I go back and get my door.
Old torch stubs float on the murky water. Up here, you hear someone around the corner pacing around, not splashing boots on hard ground, and definitely swearing up a storm.
Can we understand the swears?
Oh, yep, they're in common.
Can you replay the swears for us?
You know, just for context, so we can kind of get a gist of what he's mad about.
And
They
how
are-
angry he is.
Yes, yes.
It's more that he's just swearing. It's like it's more of like a tick to just sort of fill the empty air. It's angry, but it doesn't seem to be focused. It's just just like he needs something to fill the quiet, and swears is his chosen way of doing that.
Oh my god, he has
I
Fair
whispered to
enough.
Lyra,
Can you roleplay that for me? Can you roleplay that a little bit for me? That works.
All right, moving into the hallway.
I whisper to Lyra to go check it out.
Sure.
Scouty scout,
Ronald.
scout.
I'll stealth.
Excellent. And what is your stealth?
I could move any closer. I'm not
I think
good at
that should be
stealthing.
sufficient.
Clang, 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 clang.
Clang, clang, splash, splash.
Clang, clang, clang with the dwarf.
All right, that's
Got a
actually
19.
a very well done roll. Are you going to go ahead and move forward?
Yes. And I peek around the corner.
So, what you see around the corner. Can I copy this image?
Show 2 players.
Let me see if they actually already have this.
Oh my god, this guy's icon. Do you guys see that?
Oh, they put his name on there. Boring, lame. Let me make a new one that doesn't tell you who he is just by looking at him.
Oh no, I don't see that. This dude's like a ogre. Like, this dude is so gnarly. That's a Dark Souls boss right there.
Oh no, I mean I have to like actually go and now like make a new handout that doesn't have like his name plastered along the top. So that is what you see around, well, what Lyra sees around the corner, and through the power of me not caring, everyone else can also see.
I mean, we'll see.
Forearms on this guy.
Yep.
Ah.
As you can see, some sort of horrendous disfiguration on his face. He is definitively big, and he's got a nice, big, heavy club there. And you also notice, Lyra, that there are 4 dead cultists around him.
I'm hoping that means he's a good guy.
Hmm.
Does anyone else think we can look into this room before, like, addressing the issue in the next room?
I mean, does he look like he's noticed us or anything else, or is he just kind of standing there swearing into the air? From what you
He
can
is swearing into the air. He has totally missed Lyra.
Yeah, let's check that door. Maybe try to not smash it.
Good idea. Anyone
Quietly
with
smash.
lockpicking?
What? Is it locked?
Sir, of being able to open doors without touching it, that would probably be a good idea.
I
All
opened
right.
the door.
All right, he tries to open the door.
As you come up to the door, you hear some shifting in the water in the next room. It's random shifting, and there's no words or talking. There's just stuff shifting around in the water, about maybe 4 to 5 humanoid-sized things.
It's totally zombies.
I think we should deal with the other thing first.
There.
I would like to point out our resources are starting to get a little low here. So
Well, I'm fine.
Well, I'm betting that that's the dude that came here to also attack Vaz.
it's pronounced vase.
Decorative plant holder, whatever.
Two stupid dogs? Anyone? Anyone? No? You uncultured people.
So this guy might be against the cultists.
That's my assumption, but he could attack us for all I know. We'll find out.
He could just be a third party, so it's like, that's the issue.
So we might be able to like get his help for whatever's in that last room.
Or risk end up fighting him. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean-
we'll have to deal with him eventually.
We either talk to him or fight him, and both of them are going to happen right now.
Let's do it.
all right, fuck it, let's go.
I think we should talk.
I'm gonna pop around this corner.
As I'm walking down the hallway, I say, "Greetings, friend. Are you also against these terrible cultists?"
How far do we make it before he throws a hammer at us?
He does not throw a hammer at you.
No.
Good man.
Good. Oh man, that guy looks like he was supersized.
I just love seeing an arrow come out of nowhere because I know exactly what that means.
Just checking.
Reasonable.
I'm just making sure I don't. He looks at you, and rests on his great club, and eyes Zamar, since you're the first one who talked, and says through the half of his face that works properly, "Who sent you here?"
I mean, technically us, but what's the name of the leader, dude?
The Flaming Fist.
Yeah,
That would be Flame Zaj.
but the person that asked us to take care of the cultists technically is Zaj, but we kind of just want to do it anyways.
Oh, so you're dogs that work for the city then?
No, we were more or less blackmailed into it.
Independent contractors.
It was that or get thrown out of the city or attacked. And so we were like, well, this seems like an easier solution, so here we are.
Interesting. And you just happened to find yourself here today, the same day I was here.
And who are you?
That is a strange coincidence, yes. But we've already killed the other two leaders, so if you want to join forces to take out Vaz, we're all for it.
Lo and behold, this is gonna be Vaz.
He seems to be thinking this through, but this is also clearly not his strong suit.
I'm shocked.
And you're not working with the whiny little man named Amric, are you?
Haven't heard of this one before.
Did
Is
we
that
kill
our gnome?
No, Amric is one of Duke Van Thamper's sons.
Okay, I was like, that might have been a previous session, sir. I don't know.
That may be that 24-hour session.
Would I know that it's one of Van Thepper's sons?
Correct, you've actually met him.
Did we? Oh, he's the one that was creepily waiting outside for us to get ambushed, right?
Right, waiting for his mother, and I believe McNee Smasher threw a hammer at him.
I totally did.
That guy is spineless and frustrating and not worth the air he breathes.
I completely agree about all of that. This is clearly now he is somewhat more friendly towards you. That spineless little nothing. The only thing he's got going for him is the fact that when he smiles, people think that he lights up the room. What a little piece of shit. He would be Mother's favorite, too. Ugh. Well, that's at least what he thinks. Everyone knows Thirstwell. Thirstwell's the one that she really loves.
Who are you, sir?
Oh, I guess if you're not from here, he shows you the rough carving on his great club. The symbol of the Van Tempers doesn't mean anything to you, and that's fine. Once I'm done here, it won't mean anything to me either.
Did Lyra show us that ring? Lyra?
Yeah, I would have.
Should we offer?
Maybe that's a thing for later.
Okay.
But what did he say his name was?
He has not yet.
He implied it when he said mother and then referred to himself in the third person.
He was hating on Amric and Thirstwell, who, since he hates them, probably are not him.
Okay. And what's your name, sir?
I am the first of the Vanthampers, Mortlock.
Well met, Mortlock. I'm Zamar. These are my companions. They can introduce themselves if they want.
Hey,
We
how's it
are
going?
the Nugget Gang.
Well, everyone, I guess, has to have a name.
So, you haven't quite answered my question yet, whether you want to join forces to fight Oz.
We'll
Well.
be your best friend.
I don't need any friends. Now, I do, however, want to warn you about Vaz. He's dangerous. More dangerous than I was ready for when I came in here. He's also willing to let his friends die for him. Which, well, again, that's why I don't have friends, so I don't have to leave them to die.
But lucky for you, we're not friends yet. So there's nothing stopping you from joining with us.
I see. So I guess you're what's been causing all the noise behind us.
I mean, if you want to call it that, then yes. Yes, that's us.
Well, I was hoping to just come in here and settle the score with Vaz, but it seems like you've got bigger goals.
I mean, you did say you needed help. Or that he would be too much for you. More than welcome to help.
I see. And what do you get out of all of this?
Murder. Not
Yeah, what she
in
said.
character, sorry. Cleric.
Cleric murder.
Eric.
Holy murder.
Knight's murder. A crusade, even.
Is that the answer that you want to give?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to stop these cultists from killing innocent people on the street.
Well, I guess that's a better goal than a crusade. My crazy bitch of a mother seems to think that she should start her own crusade. And frankly,
Kiss your mother with that mouth?
I would strangle her to death with my own 2 hands if I could get away with it. I almost had Thirstwell, and then his spies showed up and kept me from getting what I wanted.
So, how's your mother fit in all this?
And all of this, I don't know, and I don't care. All I know is that for some reason, everyone seems to think that something is going on and something big is going to happen in Baldur's Gate, and soon.
Like,
And
Ladies and gentlemen,
what?
we call that foreshadowing.
there's
a connection.
what was that about a connection?
I'm worried we're gonna have a reoccurrence of another city.
I don't know exactly. She doesn't tell me things. She thinks I'm a useful brute, but she doesn't think I've got a lot going on up here. But I notice things, like when a mysterious guest arrives at the villa and he disappears into the basement before anyone can properly see who he is. Yeah, I know something's going on. And I also know that if she's not even telling me or Amric about it, well, it's something big. And, well, when my mother does something big, a lot of people end up dead. And I don't want to be here when that happens, because I think this time she's bit off more than she can chew.
So what's your goal?
Yeah, what do you have against Vaz?
Vaz knows who I am. I kill Vaz, and then I disappear, and all anyone knows is that, yet again, one of Vanthamper's sons has disappeared from Baldur's Gate. Vaz would track me down because he finds me useful. I find him annoying.
Then I think our goals are aligned. We'd be perfectly happy to lend you our aid. I walk forward and offer him my hand, which of course is like this, because I'm sure I come up to like his knee.
He seems a little confused because
Handshake to the crotch.
This is probably the nicest someone has been to him in a long time. And so he reaches down. He doesn't like get on his knees to be like insulting about it. And he like tries to wipe his dirty, bloody, sewage covered hands on his pants, but it doesn't really help.
I was literally just walking, like, you said it's like 2 feet high, right? So I'm literally like wading through the stuff. So I'm already covered in it.
Oh, yeah, there's like dry land right there. So you're standing on something.
Yeah, I climbed up onto it, obviously.
He shakes your hand, and then he says, well, if you're going to be so nice about it, let me throw in one last way to screw over my mother. Up those stairs over there. He points over there, is where my brothers and I had a interesting meeting with some cultists of Tiamat. And, well, apparently, at some point, my mother somehow got that treasure involved with the Cult of the Dead 3. And it's now up there. And I don't need it to get out of Baldur's Gate. And I don't want my mother to have it. I'm not going to say you should steal it, but do you want the cultists of Tiamat to have it? Do you want my bitch mom to have it?
I give an exaggerated wink. We definitely won't steal it.
Great. Now, I want to warn you, Vaz is dangerous. I would make sure you have everything you need before we go upstairs.
Excellent. Let's go check out the other room now.
Yeah, we'll meet you back here when we're ready to go up.
Sounds great.
What do I see?
All right. I assume the team goes to look at all of the stuff up there.
Sure.
Is this the room, or
I'm going to hang out down here just in case.
This is where the treasure is.
This is a short flight of stairs to a circular chamber with 4 padlocked wooden chests piled in the middle of it.
Lyra, would you do your magic?
Sure, I would love to. And I'll take out my thieves' tools.
All right, go ahead and make your first check.
And that's plus my proficiency bonus of 2.
Excellent. So taking the time to carefully pick open the first one is going to be helpful because all of them are using the same
I'll die.
Same padlock. So now that you've popped open one, you can easily pop open the others. So here's what's important to note. Each chest weighs 25 pounds empty, but they all have stuff in it right now. You know what? I'm just going to copy and paste all 4 chests in here.
Were you telling us their weights so that way we can add them to our inventory, or are you just giving us a description?
I'm giving you a description so you can eventually decide how you're going to deal with the fun logistics part of the dungeon.
I mean, the easiest solution here is to tell Arkina to go grab some of our other cohorts and have them bring it out of here.
Dungeon clears.
Oh, copper.
Let me see if I did the smart thing, by the way, and converted all of the gold already. And if I did, I would have put it here.
So do the mask and crown in those chests have any sort of magical properties, or are they just purely
I mean, if
decorative?
we're okay sitting around while we're. How long does this take to count all this up? Does it take about 10 minutes, you say?
Yeah, it'll be about 10 minutes.
In that time, I would truly cast Detect Magic. Is there any magic?
Just the 2 vials of question marks.
Can I do an Arcana check to try to identify them?
Nope, you can take a short or long rest to identify them.
Right.
So then those will have to wait.
I mean, do we want to clear this room over here?
Not really.
You don't
Like,
wanna
I'm all for the murder train, but I'm also, as a guy who has resources, would not like to use up the rest of my resources.
Yeah, this has been a very long dungeon.
And you were supposed to do it at level 2.
I feel fine.
Of course you do. You're not the one taking a beating to the face.
Exactly.
Well, I'm gonna make a.
If you want me to top off your health, I can do so.
Nope, that's for emergency, for when someone's dying.
Did you say you had one more hit die?
I have one more hit die.
I mean, we can definitely rest before we go and take out Oz. And you'll get your bonus 1d6 from me.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably a good thing if we're able to.
And is there any? There's only there's not more dungeon to the north of us. It's just that stairwell that he was talking about to fight Oz.
I like how you initially said talk to. So there's 2 ways up, actually. That's the
Morlock.
way forward.
Where do these stairs lead?
I guess we don't know yet.
He says it also leads up, but this is the most direct route.
Well, that seems like the way to do then. Unless we just want to go be completionists.
I'm kind of completionist, but also if we want to move forward, I'm okay with it.
Can we get Harkina to just go get everyone else and have them lug this out in here?
Shouldn't we do that once everything's safe?
Okay, fine.
Yes, if you remember, she is ridiculously boring and safety conscious.
So are we doing a short rest or no?
I think we should.
Also,
And also, I can figure out what those potions are during the rest, which are hopefully healing's a potion. Potions of healing. There we go.
All right.
words in there. I think you got it.
So, taking a short rest.
Yep. Oh.
I mean, those are also fun.
You said I get a D6 from you?
Correct.
I'm going to need it.
Potion of fire breath.
Oh, cool.
Didn't you take part druid?
We're not there yet.
Can't wait till you can get those good berries.
Good berries.
Were you a barbarian or just a fighter?
I am a barbarian.
How many rages do you have left?
I still have one.
Just go like Totem of the Bear, barbarian. They're like the most tanky thing out there.
You are so far behind in that conversation. We've been talking about that for months.
Well,
That is the plan.
good.
I've estimated that at level 5, when I can finally turn into an actual bear, My effective HP is going to be somewhere around 120
Nice.
He
per
built a
bear.
sponge.
Per bear. So I've accepted my role in this world as the tank, where I will just be in front of everybody and just taking, the blow to the face.
Actually, not a bad strategy. You take the damage, I heal your damage, and then everyone gets the hurts people from afar.
That's yeah.
Teamwork.
All right, Ronald, go ahead and take the potion. I guess maybe Ariel can take the other one, and since y'all are both the front line.
I don't think I should take a potion with me. I feel like people who don't have healing should take the potions.
I know they're a potion of fire breath.
Potion of fire breath.
Oh,
This would be good for a frontliner to have that.
Does
so
this
like
change
you
your
drink
opinion
it and
on
then
it?
you breathe fire.
Yeah, I think you get it's
Like a dragonborn.
Yeah, it's like a breath.
Basically.
It's a DC 13 saving throw,
Yeah.
4d6 damage, and you can do it 3 times within 1 hour.
Is that the cone or the row?
46 fire damage. What?
Cone.
You said cone?
Yeah.
It just says fire at a target within 30 feet of you. Did I pick the wrong one?
It might not be a cone,
Yeah, it's not a
Oh.
cone.
Oh, so it's not exactly like breath.
but it's
Right.
still free 4d6 damage.
For one target.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if something hates fire, it'd be real nice.
You're basically spitting fireballs, mini fireballs.
Or we just keep them for 25 gold, but I feel like we should just use them. For
Oh, no.
Right.
The 25 gold is the cost of the vials that they're in.
Oh.
Just hold on to the vials.
Yeah, no dramatic potion drinking of these.
Save the potions for the final boss. There were only 3.
I think there's 2, you said?
There are 2.
Oh.
So 1 for you, 1 for Ronald. Well, are we all ready?
Yep.
Shall we do this thing? Let's do it.
Forward. Slosh.
Do we want to take the non-way of progression or this other way first, or do we want to just go straight?
I feel like we just want to go straight. If we want to, when we come back for the treasure, we can check out this way.
Fair.
Just make sure that nothing weird happens.
Who's going first? And let's start throwing initiative just because we know that's how life goes.
Ronald and I first, I hope.
Woo! I'm amazing.
I'm not going to be.
I'm going to let the big dude go first.
The big dude has less AC and less health than you. Oh wait, never mind. That's Arcana.
See a lot of yawning going on over there.
I'm a sleepy boy.
Agreed.
Only had 2 cups of coffee. I need to get another one.
I need more water.
All right, do that while I'm setting up initiative.
All right, cool. Thank you.
I'm going to press that button that makes a ad go by. changed my background. It's no longer French fries.
You said it's no longer French fries? Oh, that's a shame.
Well, no, I had to make it festive.
Oh, is it Christmassy now?
Yeah, it's a Santa's workshop.
Aw. Why can't I? Man, that's not fair. I wish I could see that.
I mean, you can pull it up on Twitch real quick.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Just make sure you close it right after, because if not, it's going to cause problems. You know what might help? If I want to refill my water, I should probably bring my cup with me.
I would think that would be helpful.
I think. I'm stuck.
A lot of initiatives.
I feel like y'all might want to drink your potions on the way up the stairs rather than waiting for combat.
Why are there so many people?
I think that's a good idea.
For the potions, is it like immediate, or can we just
It's
hold on to it till
within
everyone
1
uses it?
hour.
Then yeah, we got time. I'll let Frank know that he can drink it on the way in.
Hey, don't waste those ones on initiative rolls, Frank, Matt. Gotta save those for when it matters.
Initiative matters. All right, everyone's initiative is on.
Yes, for
Found my water. Yeah.
Question about a spell.
Shoot away.
For spiritual weapon, since I have it attuned as a second level spell, I can't cast it as a first level if I don't have it that set up that way.
You don't have to attune which spell to which level anymore. You just prepare a spell and then you can cast it at whatever level you deem appropriate.
Oh, because it's only showing up on my second level, which I have no more slots for.
Is it only is it a second level spell now? I thought spiritual weapon was first level. Let me look.
I could have sworn my past cleric had it for the first level. I thought.
Was it a domain spell for you?
Not sure.
Yeah, it's a second level spell. Let's see.
Oh well.
This is a second level and also a domain spell.
He's so fluffy.
Yeah.
Oh,
If only he wasn't fluffy on all of my furniture.
Oh damn! I missed a cat.
yeah, he just kind of accepts it.
Hey, your fries are gone.
My fries are gone.
Dang, fries are done.
Deep cut.
Fries gone, fries gone.
Are we ready or waiting?
I'm ready.
We may want to say that we're drinking our potions on the way in, by the way.
Since they last an hour.
I believe that is the only thing we're waiting on to know, right?
That we're all drinking potions.
Well, just me and you. Slurp glug.
Glug, glug, glug. Yeah, sure, I drink a potion.
Shots, 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 shots.
Everybody.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Hi. Good to go.
What are the star things?
Nazgul.
I'm glad you asked.
I'm very worried about the star things.
The star things are each a statue to the dead three, which, let me, because apparently they forgot to label them. There's Bane. There's Merkel. And the one in the back is Ball.
Apparently, there's a masseuse just out of view.
Oh yeah, that's where I put all of our old stuff, and we'll just get rid of
Hidden
them.
masseuse.
Y'all got to get your initiatives in check, because me going first doesn't work.
Does if you do an inspiration on us.
So, in this room, here's what you see: the three big statues to the dead three. The longbowman you recognize from his attempt to assassinate the dukes.
The cloaked figure?
No, one of the ones that was up on the parapets shooting down.
Oh no, I meant which icon do you mean?
Oh, this guy. Two
Poison.
two dead three cultists. Oh, good, you remembered. A perhaps the last of the Iron Fist of Bane. And then Vaz, a small figure. He's muscular and bare-chested. He clutches a bloody dagger in one hand and a torch in the other, and he has no flesh covering his skull.
Dope.
Free metal.
That's unhealthy.
In this room, burned torch stubs litter the floor of this hall. There's 3 6-foot-tall painted wooden statues. Each stands atop a 2-foot-high block of red stone, making it look taller and foreboding. And we know who all 3 of them are, so we don't need any of that. Those of you who can anyone here actually currently detect magic?
No, because we took a short rest.
Okay, so Ariel, and Zamar are probably smart enough to know not to mess with the statues. You can choose to mess with the statues if you want, but wisdom says you shouldn't.
What are we defining as messing with?
Don't touch them or get near them.
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna suggest that we should destroy those, but my wisdom's saying otherwise. I think smarter than I think I am.
And is our initiative beginning right now, or do we have a chance to get into position first?
I assume this was the position.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, sounds good.
You muted yourself.
I muted myself.
No, it looked like you were talking. Sorry.
I may have been coughing. So Vaz goes first, and he looks out and says that, of course, the dogs of Baldur's Gate would come to try and seize the day. He's going to go ahead and move into position to attack anyone who comes up this ladder / stairs.
Great, awesome.
I know.
Go for it, Ronald. I believe in you.
All right, everyone get ready to move, because I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration to cast Mantle of Inspiration, which, as a bonus action, spend one of use of Bardic Inspiration to grant 5 temporary HP to everyone. Oh, up to 3 creatures. Never mind.
So who are the 3 creatures?
That would definitely be our 3 frontliners.
Good plan.
Ronald, Ariel, and
Big guy.
the big guy.
And how much?
5 temporary HP, and you can also use your reaction to immediately move up to your speed without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Hey.
He's still going to get an attack on the first person up there, right? Because it's not an attack of opportunity.
His ready to action will go off, but he won't be able to use his attacks of opportunity. All right, that's fair. I figured you would be the one to go first.
Oh, we can all move, or we can move now, the 3 of us?
Yeah, the 3 of you get to move right now.
Well, hey, and he misses. So there you go.
I'm not sure where to position myself here.
No, wherever you want up to your speed.
Get in deep then, I guess.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah.
Sorry, that was too far. I just wanted to get next to you to kind of body block.
There you go.
You've officially become my off tank. Thank you.
You just body him since he's right by the door.
That was a really good first move, by the way. Thank you.
And I still have my attack. So let's see here.
Make a joke about his face.
Tell him his dick smells funny.
You smell like a burnt quarter pounder.
Smell like something from Wendy's.
On let's see here. On that cultist.
That cultist. I'm assuming that is Vicious Mockery.
Correct, sorry. Come on now.
Well, he resists. And he you have caught his attention. Lyra, you are up.
Would I be able to reach, have line of sight for shooting from here at Vaz?
It would be a really tight shot. Because you'd be shooting up You'd have line of sight. He would probably just have like the +2 for having cover.
If I were to climb the stairs and go past him to like here, would he get an opportunity attack?
He would because he's been unable to use his yet.
He should.
Disengage.
He can use it on me. I'm not included in that bonus.
Oh, well, too late. He missed his opportunity.
So you would use disengage with your cunning rogue action.
Oh, well, that makes it easy.
Okay, so then yeah, I'll move up and disengage in that action as a bonus and shoot at him with my short bow.
Sounds good.
Crazy dog.
Positioned at the top of the stairs for like destruction of the party, and it's just like everyone's just slipping by him.
Surprise!
That will indeed hit.
Maybe he expected
Again, my
less
sneak
people.
attack is flanked.
You do indeed, and yep, 1 arrow sneak attack.
That's my turn.
What's happening with this darkness here?
I'm trying to get rid of it. There we go.
He's like, oh no, hey everybody, the darkness is growing down here.
It's
All right.
God.
Well, the first cultist throws itself at the person right in front of it.
Did he just morph into that other dude?
What?
We're missing a guy.
Which guy? Which guy are we missing?
One of the.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
There we go.
Okay, good to know. And that is an ineffectual attack on our barbarian.
Wait, so those characters can just stay on the same block square?
They're not on the same square, are they?
You're
On my screen.
Let me go look at this.
Everything looks good to me.
Yeah, there's 3 dudes and then a spiky helmet.
There's supposed to be 3 cultists, and
Yeah.
I only see 2 cultists, and then there's this one here.
Oh, here's the longbow guy. And then here's the Iron Fist of Bane. And then here's Vaz.
He's in the initiative.
Hey, Matt, can you move this guy?
I did.
All right,
It
put him
did
back.
not. It did not come up on my screen. I see it now. It's cool. We're good.
We're good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that.
Sorry.
I blame Jonas.
I mean, it's my computer.
You right.
Mortlock.
Goodness.
Mortlock tells Vaz to go to hell,
You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
and he enters a rage and takes a swing at Vaz.
Barbarian love.
Oof.
Oh. Reckless attack, I'm assuming.
Yes, I'm just trying to make sure I have his rage damage added.
Damn these barbarians. Ah.
And he's going to go
Um,
ahead and go into a frenzy. So he is going to be exhausted after this rage.
He's using a great club, right?
Right. I don't know why his sheet says his great club is only a 2d4.
Yeah, I was about to say, aren't barbarians just love those D12s?
Actually, it's a D8.
I know that's why I said I don't understand why it's a 2d4.
Huh. I honestly thought it was 2D6, but I mean, whatever.
And there we go. He has made his frenzy attack. The longbowman. He's gonna, as much as he personally hates Zamar, it appears to him that Mortlock is probably the most dangerous at the moment. Mortlock does save against the poison, but all of those wonderful temporary hit points you gave him are gone. And that brings us to Atros.
Woohoo! All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Would I be able to move through that guy or no?
Through Mortlock?
Yeah, because I'm at 20 feet right here.
Oh, well then no, because that would put you at
Yeah.
30 to go through into his square.
Okay. Cool. So I guess I'm here, and because I'm on the ladder, so I can't really see up here.
You can see he would just have +2 in AC if you shoot at him.
Well, it's either that or do nothing. So, or I could do something else.
Use one of your many other spells.
Yeah, one of those.
What?
Okay. Let's have him make an intelligence saving throw, DC 13. Damn it.
He is a very smart guy for a chaotic evil.
Apparently. Well, it's as good as I can do right now. There's more where that came from.
Well, that is excellent. 10, 15. I guess she's going to have to use her cunning action to dash for 25, 35, 45.
I always forget about dashing.
And now that she's here, I guess she's going to shoot this cultist here. Nope, she's going to fail. Anyway, the next cultist is up. And it's going to move forward and attack Ariel. I believe 16 is not enough.
AC 18.
Excellent. Hey, Ronald, even though you already went this turn, you get to still go.
I mean, I didn't really go. I just got to move. Anyway, raging. Smashing. This dude.
Fire breath.
Fire breath. Does that count towards my rage?
Action.
Fire breath is a bonus action.
Use bonus action
Oh.
fire breath on your weapon, and then you hit him with it.
Oh.
As badass as that sounds.
All right, so Warhammer Smash 2 face to vase.
Smash the vase.
Hopefully,
Is vase smashed?
please roll good damage. Please roll good damage.
Yeah, roll your damage.
It's 10 plus another 2, so 12.
You're gonna hate me, but hate
Probably.
the people who wrote the module. Vaz now only has 2 uses of Unstoppable left for the day.
I'm sorry. What? I don't know what that is.
It means I'm going to spit fire at somebody out of, pure frustration. What the hell is this thing back here?
That's just the Iron Fist of Bane, just the last one left in the dungeon.
Does he have another one of those fucking flails?
No, those are the Necromites.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was nasty. Was that first sort of boss on Dead. Well, first one of the dead or whatnot that ran by and just like one shot Zamar as they're running down the hall.
Oh yeah, that was Flinnis. She was
All right.
great.
So I spitfired Voss. We need to get rid of this.
Can you? Because you raged, and that's a
Oh,
bonus.
you're right. You're right. I forgot about that. Sorry. Right.
Next turn.
So my turn is over.
All right. Well, Ariel, you're up.
I guess I'll just smash the guy in front of me.
Fair. Life is easy that way.
Yes. Yes.
This guy is not unstoppable. He is, in fact, stopped completely.
Yeah, give up. I move here and then end my turn.
Excellent. This Fist of Bane is going to do what he's supposed to do and close up so no one can get to the archer. And then he will swing with his mace. Well, he tried. Everyone be happy for him because he tried.
Puny man.
So, from behind this curtain, everyone feels heat building, and a voice calls out.
Maybe we should have gone the long way.
My name is Ulathar, the Amnesu. Come, Vaz, throw off your false gods and throw your lot in with me, and I will give you the power you need to defeat these interlopers. Lyra, you get a strong feeling that that voice is familiar to you.
Ruh-roh.
Vaz, however, is a crazy cultist, and he says that he will never abandon his gods, and certainly not for some lesser devil, and tells Ulathar to be gone before he comes down to hell and rips his throat out.
Wait, did he just say who it was, or did you just say who it was?
The voice introduced itself as Ulathar the Amnesu.
Oh, right, I missed it.
Which is anyone? Go ahead and make a religion check if you want to try and find out what is an Amnesu.
What is an amnesu? Is that enough?
Figured I would know from some of my background. Rumble. Such a patient cat.
Good baby.
I would have a new facial laceration if I tried that with any of my three.
But a cool looking scar.
True.
Yeah, you just a little shave off.
So how'd you get that scar?
Oh, hey! Conveniently, Lyra, this is what an Amnesu is. They are functionaries of hell. They do the work of higher-ranking devils. They are themselves very, very powerful. And they tend to make deals on behalf of even more powerful devils.
He looks like a booger demon.
That is also an accurate description of the Amnesu, but not nearly as frightening.
Vicious mockery about his lack of neck.
I'm insulted by that.
But Vaz says no to making a deal with the devil, and he is going to go ahead and use his full action to attempt to murder people. So he's got 2 attacks. So he's throwing 1 on Ronald.
Seriously?
Seriously.
I need to get a crit counter to count how many times I've been crit in the face.
In this dungeon alone.
Yeah, a lot. So that is actually going to be really bad because when he stabs you, you feel that his intent of murder is stripping away your regular resistances. So he is making everyone within 5 feet of him vulnerable to piercing damage unless they have immunity to such damage. Oh, or resist. Why would you put or resistance at the bottom there? So you
So
are
I'm
actually
fine.
So yes, you take your 11 halved, but the second attack is going to be bad to if it hits Mortlock.
Don't forget you had temporary HP.
Mortlock takes a sizable hit. The last part of his gaze, his attack is his stunning gaze, which we'll just put it up there. Nope, it just sends it to the one creature it can see within 30 feet, and so it's going to go ahead and target Lyra because it can see Lyra. Needs to make a wisdom save 14 or be stunned until the end of its next turn.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. And that is Vaz's
Flies
turn.
beyond my ears.
And Zamar, you're up.
You know what's great about being a skull? You don't need nobody.
Bravo.
Well done.
Nope, his magic resistance doesn't save him. He takes 1 point of damage and has disadvantage on his next attack.
He feels bad about himself.
He does.
Is it his next
At one
attack or is
point.
it
Feel
all attacks in his next
It is
flailing?
his next attack.
Okay.
So Zamar, you're free to do whatever else you want to do.
Is it a bonus action to interact with objects?
You get 1 free object interaction.
Can I peel this curtain back?
You can.
Oh boy. Pay no attention to behind the man behind the curtain. Dude, Rumble has the best timing.
That was perfect.
That's a bad idea.
Don't do it. Human, no.
In here, there are many, many crates that you'll probably want to search when this is done. There is also currently
It should have definitely gone the other way.
a very large red spinning portal. It's just sort of there. You see the Amnesu looking out, and it looks beyond you and locks eyes on Lyra, and it seems surprised to see her. There you go, Zamar. It's your turn.
Surprise!
Is there anything else you would like to do, Zamar?
Oh, no, that's my whole turn. Sorry.
All right, Lyra. Your world is in all sorts of havoc.
Do I recognize the amnesia?
The name sounds familiar. The voice definitely is a familiar voice to you. You're not sure from where, but it clearly has recognized you.
Huh. Okay. So Lyra's gonna need to compartmentalize and not worry about the devil, the strangely familiar devil in the spinning vortex of hell behind her just yet. Not worry about, and will shoot at the vase again.
Sounds good.
She is too distracted by the amnesia, though.
Oh, well, your shot goes wide, but you still have your movement and bonus actions.
Lyra jumps through the portal and disappears.
She is going to just move over here.
out of sight, out of mind.
Yep.
Works for me.
Didn't see any of that. Nope.
She slowly moves the curtain back.
All right.
Just deal with that later.
This cultist makes an unnecessary swing at Ronald.
Oh.
Got him.
I kind of hate that.
Won that Monopoly prize.
So it does hit poor Ronald for 8 slashing damage prior to you doing whatever it is you do in your rage to that.
Oh my god.
You need to get that counter going, man. You really
I
do.
am putting it together now.
Are you going to watch through all of the old ones to see?
I'm just going to, at this point, just say it's been at least 5 in this dungeon alone. Maybe, yeah. And then, so I'm just going to put it at about 8 or 9. I think 9. 9 sounds good, right?
I feel that's fair.
Kane, in case you missed it, he got crit again.
All right, so Mortlock Van Themper unloads in his frenzy, and then the longbowman is trying to decide who's the right target. I think he is going to wisely continue to shoot at Mortlock. And it doesn't matter. So we are now up to Atros.
Woohoo! All right. So, yoink. And it's double to go through somebody, correct?
Correct. That will provoke an attack of opportunity.
All right, yeah, bring it on.
He's actually not going to take it because he needs his reaction to be unstoppable.
Aha, jerk. Sucks to be you. It's 5. So it's 15. We're gonna scooch. Cool. And
Are you jumping into the portal now?
don't tempt me.
Take me, Daddy.
I really want to. I got so many deals with devils, I can't keep them all straight. Just keep playing them off each other. I'll just keep out taking out hell loans, and it'll be fine.
That's not how hell loans work, FYI.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm good for it.
That's how it works in his world.
How it works in my world.
And then eventually you just claim bankruptcy.
Exactly. Soul bankruptcy.
Exactly.
Right. So I'm going to try and Eldritch Blast Skull Face.
Sounds good.
Haha. Tremble at my 11 to hit.
He has not hit.
Damn. Well, I'm here. Would I be able to peek around the corner at the portal?
Yeah, you can look there.
Cool. So I'm a peek.
So here's what you know about the Amnesu that is more than what the other people know. On its little staff there, unlike what you've seen others, it has two things that you recognize immediately as soul coins that are greatly agitated at the moment, and a third one that is spinning around and straining in Lyra's direction, trying to get at her. You know what a soul coin is it's where devils put souls that they have received through some bargains. Not all bargains give you soul coins, but the ones that do, you then put their souls into a coin, and devils trade these coins.
And Lyra has never gone unconscious, right?
Correct.
I stop peeking around the curtain. Well, nothing good's gonna come from that. But
I assume you share this wonderful information with Lyra.
I do. Hey, Lyra, this guy's got some soul coins, and they seem to be really eager to come at you. And I give the brief thing of what you just said about soul coins.
Grand.
I can't imagine
Excellent.
why. I can't deal with this right now.
Harkina's going to go ahead and disengage with her cunning action to get out of that mess. And she's going to shoot at this cultist. Nope. She's just here to cheer on Ronald, who goes next.
Yeah, Ronald, crit face.
Ronald big trick face.
A face you'd love to crit.
Every time I get crit, it's like biting into an apple pie.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna swing at good old Voss here. We're gonna try to. I don't know if I had the right window up. All right, action, smashy smash. At this point, I feel like I should be attacking recklessly because they just keep rolling 20s anyway. Anyway, I do not. I just throw a warhammer, and by throw I mean I try to hit him with a warhammer.
All right. 21 is a hit.
Nice.
7 damage.
I would hope so.
He has one more
wait,
use a
I'm
day.
sorry. I did not do 7 damage. Apparently I clicked and it didn't do anything. So it's actually 8 damage.
That's all right. He has one more unstoppable a day.
Wonderful. I spit at him.
Well,
His
Do you
opponent
that's
actually
sure.
spit at him.
actually spit at him with your fire?
I actively spit at him with my fire.
Tell him you're going to
Okay.
break him like the ice cream machine.
I mean, I was going to fry him up like a
Don't
meat
waste
patty.
that.
I'm trying to get that stupid thing, and
So wait.
I can do it 3 times, right?
Yeah, you can do it 3 times.
No waste.
Yeah, but like get him to use his unstoppable with your regular attack first.
He did.
Yeah, and
I
then
get what you're saying. I spit at him.
He saves, so he takes half whatever it is you throw at him.
Oh my god.
What a god.
Yep, 3 fire damage.
Dollar menu all across the board.
I have marked it down.
Go to bed.
Do you want to move?
Yeah, you're screaming.
Sorry.
He's getting in trouble. Hold on.
There's a couch. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right,
Oh,
Ariel, it's your turn while he gets in trouble.
She's trying to listen in. She wants to guess the details.
You should spit at him too.
Oh, I didn't realize it was my turn. I'm sorry. I was distracted. I guess I'll smash the guy in front of me.
Okay.
Spit at a later time. And I can only use the spit once, right?
3 times.
3.
I can use it 3 times? I'd smash this guy and then I'll spit at another guy. Hold on. Hey.
That is going to hit.
I'm hitting this one as well, if I didn't claim before.
All right, you smash through his shield and armor, and he is a bit dizzy, but still up.
Cool, I try and finish him off with a fire spit. How do I roll for that?
Fire loogie. So top right hand side, you'll see a little die icon.
Yeah, like how much? Like what kind of die am I rolling?
4d6.
4d6.
I'm gonna just click it 4 times.
Oh.
Or you just
I
click
can
the
select
4.
4.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right, he does make his save, so he takes 8 damage.
decent.
He is now on fire and hit in the face. He is probably not long for this world.
He's still alive.
He is miserable, but
Holy.
alive.
All right. Well, I guess that's all I can do. I end my turn.
He attempts to get at least one last hit in on Ariel, and it looks like he does
All right.
for 8 damage from his mace,
No
and
thanks.
that is his turn.
Bye, temporary health.
Yeah. The Amnesu seems to have decided to try a new approach. What about you interlopers? Would you like me to lend you a hand?
Suck my dick.
Buddick.
Well, that was rude.
I see I see Atros over there like, maybe.
He's starting a collection.
I am. 1, 2, 3. Should really keep track of which devils I've talked to.
What is going on? I just see a bunch of rolling.
Oh, that's Vaz doing his attacks.
Who did he hit?
Oh, he's going after the guy who's in a frenzy, who's easy to hit,
Gotcha.
who is now unconscious and would probably like some assistance. And then Vaz is going to turn his gaze on Harkina, who is stunned now.
And did you remember that he had 5 temp HP?
Yes, those went away a long time ago.
Did you remember his first attack was at a disadvantage?
No, but the second attack is all he needed, but let's make life pretty. Okay, yeah, so only the second attack needed to hit. Hooray! So Harkina's stunned. Vaz has, thinks he's got the world a little bit back in order, and it is now Zamar's turn.
No, I look up my shoulder. It's like, no, I really think I'm pretty okay, but and I shoot this cultist.
Okay. Take the shot.
Shoot her.
Oh, 23 is a definite hit. All right, the longbowman is hit and is looking for a way out.
No way out.
What about Lyra? What does Lyra... Unless you had more actions you needed to take.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, Lyra, you're up.
You can do it.
Lyra is going to take her clear shot of Vaz.
Sounds good.
I don't know why it's rolling twice right now.
Well, a 10 is not enough. How sad. you do still have the rest of your action to do other weird and maybe dangerous things.
Why did you put it that way?
Hopefully both.
Because there's a demon behind us looking for someone to sell their soul.
Hey, devil.
Whatever.
Very important to know the difference.
Lyra is going to peek around the corner and say, "Do I know you?" And then duck back in, listening for a response.
Fair enough. The cultist will make its routine attack on poor Ronald McNee Smasher.
At least it wasn't a crit.
It was not a crit. And Mortlock makes that's his first good save. And then our longbowman in the back is gonna take a shot at Zamar. Luckily, he has used all of his poison arrows on Mortlock, so all you get is a regular 7 points of longbow damage.
30 of your health wiped away in a single shot.
Atros, you're up.
I can't wait until my vicious mockery is better to use than
Okay.
a basic bow.
Gonna try and hit old Skinless here again. Because he hits pretty hard, and if he manages to go through this guy, I don't want him to come towards me.
He's missing skin on the top of his head, right?
No face.
All right, another 11. Just like last time.
And just like last time, it wasn't enough.
Yeah. And I also poke my head around to the devil and be like, hey, what kind of assistance are we talking here? I'm not agreeing to anything. I'm just asking.
If anyone takes assistance from the demon, devil, whatever, I will turn you into a meat patty.
I'm just asking. Information is king.
Knowledge is power.
My home was destroyed by demons.
Yeah, demons. This is the devil.
Devils and demons. I swear to God, they're all the same.
They're not.
Specious.
In my world, they are.
One comes from the abyss. The other one comes from the nine hells. It's fine. There's also Tartarus and some other crap in there, but who cares?
Yeah. See, at the end of a hammer, they're all the same.
They all bleed.
And that's the end of my turn.
His rooster kicks look really inappropriate. He's killing something, not not what it looks like.
Oh.
Aww.
It looks a little frisky.
Looks a little happy.
So, you've expressed interest in Ulathar's deal. So, here is what appears in front of everyone. And you can right now decide if you are signing that deal.
What, a paper just magically appears in front of all of our faces?
Yes, a devil contract has appeared in front of you.
Adventurous.
Harkina, being stunned, is unable to decide what she wants to do about
At a time
this.
it cannot make you kill anyone,
Does
destroy
that
property, or
disappear after a round? What? Like
You
for my
have
knowledge.
well right now. Right now, we're gonna pause, let everyone read it, decide what they want, and then is anyone taking Ulathar's deal?
I'm
Not
just trying
worth,
to.
honestly.
What'd you say?
Not worth, honestly.
I mean, it might be for our, our little half demon thing over there.
Half devil.
Whatever.
Who knows if it's even half?
It's only advantage. Like you can so bad.
I don't sign it, but I do ask.
So just like you would only owe the time that the fight left.
Does Kazab already owe you this?
Less than a minute.
Yeah, it would probably be. You've probably got about 4 to 5 rounds left, maybe.
Devil's lying sheet.
I push it aside.
Okay. Ulathar seems to not have any idea who Kazab is.
Who's Kazab?
Just my buddy who's in exceeding debt.
Oh.
Ronald, I assume you're a no.
I'm a big no.
Lyra, what about you?
What sort of sense do I get from Ulathar with my recognition of him? Like a good past or a bad past?
A definitively bad past.
Okay, she ignores it.
All right, I think that leaves Atros to decide.
Can I just mention that this feels like spam, by the way? It just pops up on everyone, and
My goddamn pop-up blocker in my life isn't working.
send me your credit card information.
Knew I shouldn't have clicked on that email.
The Nigerian prince wants your soul.
It sends you demon aids.
Yeah, I kind of decline it as well. Say like, I was thinking that you would offer a little bit more power than just like 5-minute extra aid. Meh.
Well, that's not how we start things, but if that's what you want, that's what you get. Ronald, it's your turn.
All right.
I was shocked, and then you gave your reason for saying no, and I was like, I see.
Hammer smash. That is not my character sheet. Hammer smash. Hammer smash.
That is indeed a hit.
It's not letting me click it to deal damage. All right.
Oh yeah, why is that?
Oh no, well, it's going to be 8 damage.
All right, he takes 8 damage.
And then I will spit at this guy.
He fails his save. Burn him.
All right, here come 4 1s. That's better.
He is indeed burned.
That's got a decent amount of health. Oh, I thought you were going at the other guy.
That's it. One more cultist gone.
That's my turn.
All right, Ariel is up.
All right, let's get this guy dead, shall we? I smash him in the face. Not gonna smash him in the face.
No, there's no smashing of the face.
But I can spit at him.
You can spit at him.
I don't know. Why waste it on him? He's like almost dead.
Because he goes next.
They might not do that much damage anyway, so.
Are you spitting? You spit at him. Good. All right, he fails his save and he burns to death.
Woohoo! Nice.
I do move forward here, though.
Good plan.
And then end my turn.
Vaz looks at how very quickly the tables have turned.
How the turns table.
And he decides, screw it, he's going for it, and he attacks.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you said he was gonna go for it, and he took the deal.
This is at Ronald. And then this one is at Ariel.
What is Ariel's?
I believe 18.
Indeed, so that hit.
And you do not have resistance, do you?
Do you not have a spell that gives you?
I didn't activate it, so I don't have any bonuses to my armor class right now.
Okay. I for some reason I thought there was a spell that you had that allowed you to increase your armor class with a reaction.
Not with reaction, no.
Yeah, I think that's arcane casters get shield.
Right.
But that 6 is actually doubled from his aura of murder.
That's not.
Is that actually what it's called?
Yes.
Fitting.
And he is going to again attempt to make Harkina stunned because it worked last time. And it does not work this time. Zamar, you're now up.
Pew pew.
All right, you have killed him.
Nice.
You killed him good.
And then if you've got nothing else, it's Lyra's turn.
Yep.
Gonna shoot again. I'm gonna use one of my lucky points.
Sounds like a good time to use it.
Nope.
No, closer, but not good enough. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
That's my turn.
All right, here's Mortlock's saving throw. So that's 2 good ones.
Oh, I forgot he was down.
He's fine.
Yeah.
That
Get
was a
after
success,
her.
right?
What was that? Yes, that was a success.
10 or higher.
Another deal appears. And save changes, show to players.
Wow.
Make it each and I'll consider it.
Was that a thing you actually said?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second to get back into Roll20. It just flickered.
I honestly see no downside to this.
As far as I can tell, Mortlock's the only one that's somewhat decent in the entire family.
I'm gonna put that out there. There's no. What? Anyway, as a side note, you notice how there's no conditions here, right? Like no one notices that.
That's like this is a good deal.
No. That usually means there's a fine print that you're not seeing.
Oh. Then no, I'm not killing my friend.
Did you see it updated?
I was like, he seems kind of decent. He is not. 1,000 gold.
keep in mind, you're also using your turn to kill him.
Well, he didn't specify when we had to kill him by. Right now, he's just unconscious. We could wait.
So me as a person would totally accept this deal, but me as McKnee Smasher would not. I have a vendetta against demons and devils, so yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, if you really want to sweeten the deal, if you really want to make my character do this, offer me plate mail.
And it just comes right onto her like that. There's no questions asked.
No questions asked.
Say no.
Lyra
Say no.
may be chaotic, but she's good, so she's gonna say no.
No plate mail, no deal.
I just turn and look at Atros.
I closed the window for the deal. I pushed it aside.
I can't use shields.
No, but you can take the deal and give us the shield.
I love the updating demon deal happening right now. Devil deal, sorry.
Very business savvy.
So wait, I just have to clarify. Is it just the shield of +1 or is it all of the above? Like, are we doing this, what was it, elementary school fundraising where if you sell this much, you get this. If you sell this much, you get this. If you sell this much, you get all of the above?
I don't know, you guys. I seem to know this devil somehow, and it's not good remembering that I'm gotten. No, you guys just don't.
I still don't see plate mail on this page here, so no. And I know I'm not gonna get it, so I know you're not gonna let me have it.
The morally ambiguous cleric.
Pretty sure we're just waiting on Atros.
Pretty much.
Oh, I didn't think I had to go because it was my
Did
turn.
Lyra go?
Yes, and missed miserably.
Miserably. I've failed worse.
Are you taking the deal or are you?
No,
Okay.
nothing in that for me.
Did you see it updated?
1,000 gold? And a healing potion for your friends?
I don't need it.
And a shield of +1 for the people who
Ariel?
protect you?
I also don't need it.
Hold on, there's been an update.
Oh, I closed it. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I closed it. Ulathar's deal. Fine, plate armor, no shield.
I swear to God, I will kill you.
Yeah, there's nothing in that for me.
All of the above.
Yeah. Nothing for me. I'm
I
gonna
will kill you.
try and shoot Vaz.
All right, go ahead and make your attack on Vaz while other people contemplate.
well,
The stress
24
on the
hit.
plate.
You hit.
You do hit.
5 force damage, and he gets knocked back 10 feet.
I smack him as he goes flying away from me.
Alas,
Does that give us
no.
attack of opportunity?
It does not.
It does not.
In 4th edition, did it
They're not
provoke?
knocked prone, are they?
Certain things did, but not all of them. Harkina misses on her shot, which brings us back to Ronald.
Well, now I gotta go chase him down. You're getting me closer to the statues over here, Chief.
You're welcome.
We're just gonna move this deal out of the way. Where's my character? All right, Warhammer to the face.
I just thought of the perfect song for Healing Word, except I don't have it.
The 14 hit.
It does not.
Wonderful.
I'm so interested to see what happens right now.
It is
That's,
now
my turn.
Ariel's turn.
I see the look of contemplation.
It's a little rough over here. I'm not gonna lie. I really want it.
I will
Do you
flame
want
broil
it?
you.
Or does Ariel want it?
Remember,
I do. My character shoves the deal aside. And I
Fair enough. All right.
yeah.
that does not hit.
It does not.
I use bonus action. I use my last spit then.
Excellent.
Go to hell and you die.
And his magic resistance, he does save, so he only takes 4 burning damage.
Ugh. And my turn.
I am just letting everybody know that anyone who takes the deal gets flame broiled. Just saying.
Though I have to say, Matt,
She can land the hit.
kudos to actually like working with me on that. I really wanted to take that deal.
Well, that's good. It's important to know what you really, truly want. Vaz, for example, really, truly wants to stab the barbarian. So he's going to throw both attacks at him. But it looks like he only hits with 1. And he's going to try and force Harkina to make her wisdom save again. And she is. All right, Zamar, you're now up.
He gets his +2 AC from me being behind these two, right?
Right, so you would need to like move and like step on Mortlock's body or something.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Is he like on his back?
Oh yeah, no.
Are you-
I stand on his prodigious pectoral muscles to give myself a more eye level shot, and pew!
Are you teabagging him?
No. I'm going to use my inspiration.
All right.
That's more like it.
It sure is.
Do you need me to roll damage again, or?
No, we'll take that. All right. A good, clean shot. And Vaz is pretty much on his last legs here. So, Lyra, you're up.
Does he still have one of those things left? Prevent all damage?
He does, but he's been saving it for something important.
Lyra is truly distracted by the amnesia.
Fair enough. Do you wish to be lucky again?
I already used all mine for this long rest.
Okay, good to know. Now that is Mortlock's first failed death saving throw. And it is now Atros's turn.
Please don't push him back further.
Guess what? Don't tell
Like-
me what to do.
I either want you to crit or miss. Like there's no in between here.
Well, 22 hit,
It will indeed.
6 force damage,
Don't forget, you can throw your hammers. It'll be fine.
and he gets moved.
Yep.
And he's dead.
And he is decidedly dead.
And since he's dead, I get +6 temporary hit points. But the battle's over, right? So, how long do temporary hit points last usually?
Like, I think until a short rest.
Which we'll probably be doing soon anyway.
Woohoo, inspiration!
Wait, did he die because we knocked him back to the statue?
No, he died because you knocked him out of hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that.
I thought he's. Didn't you just say he had another use of that thing?
Yes, but it as far as I can understand, it requires it to be physical damage.
Ah.
Force is not
we loot everyone. Actually, I'm going to test detect magic first, and look at and figure out what's going on with these statues.
Throw one of the bodies into the portal.
Now that all of the Cult of the Dead 3 are dead, those statues do nothing.
I'm going to help our buddy here, and since no one else is doing it, and I'm going to try to.
We don't have time yet.
I don't have the ability to help him.
I do.
All doctors, gather around.
Doctor, everyone with medicine.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Doctor. Anybody else have health kits besides me anyway?
No, you're the only one.
All right, nope, that's enough to stabilize.
How many times does a health kit get used or consumed? Is it one per every time I raise them, or is it a few uses per kit?
There, let's go to the...
I thought each kid had 10 uses.
Oh, dope.
I could be wrong. And I'm
Don't
pretty
forget
sure
to add your inspiration to your character sheets.
Oh, I'm glad I just used it then.
I was actually still sitting on one.
Double inspiration.
Can I? Do they stack?
I gave my inspiration to a certain warlock who then failed me miserably 3 times.
I don't remember that.
Don't recall, sorry.
We were also all half asleep, so.
Yeah, I really don't remember that.
All right. So the biggest thing is in the room next door.
Yeah, 10 uses on the healer's kit.
I just saw that actually.
On our actual people, unfortunately, our longbowman used up all of his poison, and no one else has anything of value on them that I can find real quick. Double checking.
Well, I feel like we should all take a set of manacles, you know?
I was about to ask.
Where did the... There it goes. Okay.
What are manacles?
Ooh, healing potions.
Handcuffs.
Ah! That might be a good idea. I take one. Also, what are flasks of alchemist fire?
They're like Molotov cocktails, basically.
Dope. Who wants to grab those?
Lyra will.
That seems like a wise choice.
Anything special about the 9 daggers?
Nope, just that there are 9 daggers.
They had a lot of daggers.
I'm going to stag myself another healing potion just so I have it.
Say if we had a stabby rogue, they'd be all excited about this. Like, yeah, have more daggers.
Anyone else want a healing potion? There are 3 left.
Oh, and needless to say, this is gone over here.
What is?
I say only melee people get potions. Makes sense to me. You're the ones getting hit the most.
It could definitely save a long-ranged person, though. If the front, like, if I'm in combat, I can't heal people as easily.
And it's best if we have enough. It's best to at least.
Actually, everyone take a potion besides me.
Yeah, I was gonna say spread them out that way. Yeah, if she's now can't heal or incapacitated, then we can. And even if we don't need it, we can always jam the healing potion in someone else's face.
Exactly.
Drink it, man! Drink it!
Basically, it ups our survivability for either ourselves or others. So yeah, that's cool.
I still think we should be able to coat arrows with healing potion and shoot them at people because it gets into their stream. Am I right?
All right, so you're going to take 8 damage from the arrow and 8 damage of healing. You're good.
All right, I do have one set of notes for you that you find while searching here. They're Vaz's notes.
I'll take the caltrops.
I'm not sure if one of you wants to like read it to the group or whatever.
I don't see it.
It's not popped up
I
yet.
also don't see it.
Is it?
Show to players. There we go. Did it work now?
Nope.
Nah.
What about now?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who wants to read it?
Given new orders. Keep clear of the low lantern. Don't let the boy catch wind of what is going on. A double bounty on any Alturians, triple for a Hell Rider, and keep Mortlock busy on errands. The brute isn't as dumb as he looks. We'll have to make arrangements to deal with him. Need to decide with Kazira and Flennis what to do with the latest payment. Flennis didn't want us to keep it here, but that's a Mercolite for you. Doesn't understand that campaigns cost coin. Kazira doesn't care so long as she keeps getting new toys to play with. Ball, give me strength to not kill them all. Yet.
No signature or anything?
It's clearly Vaz's note.
Oh, right. Okay.
Was there any context to didn't want to keep it here? What is it?
Most likely, the most recent payment that they're talking about is the one Mortlock told you about up in the stairway with all the treasure chests.
Ah, dope.
Is this just another passageway over here, or does this go elsewhere?
It is just another small passageway, which I can reveal for you. Which I can reveal. There.
I didn't realize you could fail a roll for revealing something.
All right. So should we go clear out that last room real quick and then call it a map?
It seems irresponsible to leave zombies around.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, they can attack people. That's not good.
Also, in that note, I may just be not remembering, but do we know what the Low Lantern is? Is that a place?
It is indeed a place.
I couldn't remember if that's something we went to before or if that's just a location we haven't been.
You haven't been there? None of you are from Baldur's Gate, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Harkina is here, however, and she tells you, I used to work at the Low Lantern before I moved to the Elf Song Tavern, because the Elf Song Tavern is a more respectable location, let's say.
That says a lot.
Is it a strip club?
Hey.
That wasn't when I was there.
Harkina, does what's his face spend a lot of time there? The prissy boy.
There were several prissy nobles who spent a lot of time there. I don't remember meeting this one in particular.
Okay.
So who's carrying / dragging Mortlock?
Oh, I thought he was up.
How much does he weigh?
No.
He's stabilized.
I didn't heal him. Mother.
You might want to heal yourself before you
Hold
heal
on,
him.
I'll go back.
Hold on, I got him.
Yeah, I thought you were trying not to use a spell slot on him. Was the goal?
That's all right. I have 4. We're at the end of this thing.
You have really been saving those. I guess you're holding on for the heals.
Yeah.
That seems wise.
Been waiting until Ronald got another crit in his face and went down. At the rate he's going, all the enemies just love to just like crit. That's what you get for not paying that Roll20 subscription.
This is for our friend.
I pay the D20 or D20
Right.
the Beyond D&D Beyond subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets up, looks around, sees that everything seems to be taken care of, and just gives everyone a nod, and I guess he's going to tag along with you till you leave.
I'd also like to
passed
show him the
along
notes.
note, so he's in the know.
Oh, yeah.
No. He looks at it and he's like,
I ask him if his brother spends a lot of time there. At the castle.
yeah, he's a money lender and he works out of the Low Lantern. It's one of his less noble pursuits.
Also going to throw one of those heals my way.
Sounds good. So, Ronald, when you're at the door, you notice you hear nothing now.
I open the door.
Inside, you see 4 shattered skeletons, apparently without any cultists left to do evil cult magic. This area is now secure.
Cool. I completely forgot. I need to add to my codpiece. So you guys do your thing in this room. I'm going to go get me a skinless head.
Put it on the tip.
Just becoming like a hood ornament at this point.
Was there anything else in this room of note?
Nope, nothing else in there of note.
We gather the treasure and head out the way we came. I mean, I guess there's no other way out of here, but
Yeah.
Can we do a full map reveal now?
I think you did do everything.
yeah, the whole map is revealed.
Oh no, I just want all the fog of war gone.
Let me make sure I don't have anything like hidden anywhere that still matters.
Oh, that's right. We have Happy Meal the Rat.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I can. Do I just hit reset fog?
That's just going to darken everything.
Goodness
You should just be
gracious.
able to remove fog. Like there should be a box that just says fog of war in it. If you uncheck it, it should update.
This looks like everything, though.
Or just set it to reveal and click and drag over the whole map.
And then everything goes black.
Coming back up into the massage parlor, I teach Lulu how to give high fives.
Here, let's try to do this reveal everything.
Here we go.
Ta-da.
Oh my god, it worked.
Oh my god, there's
Right,
so
the map.
much.
So I remember coming down the stairs right here and then just going, all right, let's see how far I can scroll. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this place is huge.
All right, I feel like this is a good place to stop because you've got loads of treasure to deal with.
Healing that needs to be done, or rests that need to be done.
Yeah, will we be able to do a long rest at this point or no?
A short rest if you want.
Short rest didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, but basically, going any further will start a bunch of stuff. So we really don't want to, because now that Mortlock is awake, you need to probably talk to him a little more and then decide what you're going to do going forward. And
Yeah, we need some more info.
and it is almost 3:00, so I don't think it's good to start either of those events.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Join us next time on the adventures of the McNugget Gang as we continue through Baldur's Gate, Descent into Avernus. Have a good day.
Goodbye, all.
Bye. Bye.